Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be creating a patch. And what we're going to do is we are going to custom size our canvas board, and we are going to select 2 by 5 by 2 by 5 inches. So I already have this pre-customized. What you should do is just go to your width, height, change that to 2.5 on each side, and then from here hit the drop down and then go to inches. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And if you don't have Canva, I would suggest you stop the video, download Canva now, and it is free. If you do want to follow along, I believe some of these graphics, you do have to pay a small fee. But dealing with Canva over the years, it is worth it if you want to jump into this field. So I would highly suggest that you set aside a budget so you could take advantage of the great graphics that they have to offer. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to use this skull right there, and then the name of this skull is Beautiful Sugar Skull Woman with Roses illustration. All right, and if you want to save it, you can just add that to your star and that'll save your graphic. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take this image and we are going to download it and then upload it into our embroidery software and start to digitize it. All right, so let's go ahead and hit download, and this is page number 13. I have quite a few of them here. We're just going to hit page 13. We're going to transparent the background and hit save. All right, I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, everybody, I am in Chroma Lux, and if you don't have this software, don't worry. You can use your embroidery software because all embroidery softwares have the same features. They just might be named different. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring this PNG file in, and I am going to use the backdrop tool. This allows you to bring PNG files into your software. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit open, and here it is. Okay, all I'm simply going to do right now is I'm just going to adjust the lightness so I can see where I'm actually digitizing. Okay, so you can't really see over a dark view like this. The lighter you put it, the easier it is for you to fill in all the details as you're digitizing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to use our complex fill, and I think what we're going to also be using is our run input path. Okay, so those are the two that we're going to be using for today's project. So let's go ahead and go to our complex fill, and we are going to work our way from the top all the way to the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, and we're going to start from here all the way down. But what we want to do first is we want to make the background. Okay, so we're going to make a background matte, I guess you can say, and then after that we're going to fill in all the details on top of our black background. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our background, our black background. Here we go. So I'm just going to take a point here. If you never digitized before, just follow along. I'm just going to show you one time real quick, and then I want to speed up the camera so you're not sitting there watching me do this whole thing. It's just going to get boring. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So what you want to do is just click anywhere. So I'm really not picking any direct point. I'm just picking the best place where I think that makes sense for me. So I'm going to start right here in this kind of like hairline, and I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold my control key down, and I'm going to click anywhere. And then as I'm clicking, you can see that holding your control key is going to start bending your cursor thread along the lines. Okay, that's the cool thing about this software. Okay, and then I'm going to release my control key, and I'm going to start again with the bend, so that way I get this kind of like straight line at the ends of the points. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and speed up the camera. That's all you want to do, and you just want to keep following the lines. Okay. Okay, we're just about done here, and all I'm going to do is just hover over this node, and then I'm going to click, and I'm going to hit enter on my enter key. Boom. Okay, and then from here I'm just going to hit my realistic toggle tool so we can actually see the way the thread is going to look. All right, and this being the first color, we are going to color it black. So I'm just going to select that color on the bottom, And then I am going to pick this color here, 1000 Emerald Black, number 40, because I actually do have the Poly Neon Black number 40. Okay. All right. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the right, and you see the little eyeball right there. We're just going to click it. That way we're hiding it for right now. And then now we're going to work on the inside. So we're going to start from the top all the way to the bottom, but we're going to start from this side going left to right. So let's go ahead and start with the green one here. Okay. And we'll start right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to our complex fill. We'll start right here. Hold the shift key, control key. All right, hover over the node, hit enter. Okay. All right, this time we're going to select color number 2, and we're going to go up here to our commands tool, and we are going to select under color. We're going to make that number 2. We're going to hit apply. Okay, now we assigned it to color number 2. Hold on. All right, now we're just going to click our pick tool, and we are going to go over here to our commands tool, and under color we're going to select that to number 2. We're going to assign a color to number 2, hit apply, and then we're going to change that to green. So let's click on a green for right now. We'll do this Kelly green. Okay, and then we're going to move from left to right. So now this bad boy right there. So let's go ahead and go back to our complex fill, and let's start here. Okay, we're just going to hover over that node, hit enter, and we are good. All right. Now we're going to move to the right, and we're going to go to the rows. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and assign them a color. So we're just going to grab these roses here. Okay, and then we're going to assign this to color number 3. And we're going to make that red. So let's click on here. Let's look for a red. We'll do 1485 electric red. Okay. And then now what we'll do is go to our last green, and then we'll start working inside the face here. So let's go to the green here. How you doing? I hope you're all keeping up. Just remember, just follow the lines. That's all you're doing. Just remember too, you're digitizing, so you're learning how to digitize. And it's not really just tracing. You're actually developing a skill, how to do this, and how to make money, and to make a customer happy. Okay, let's go ahead and go over this node, and let's hit enter. Okay, and one more. We'll do this one on the right here since it's done. Okay, we'll start here. All right, hover over, hit enter. Okay, we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and go back up. Now we're going to work our way to the face. And we'll do the face first, the outside, the white, and then we'll go ahead and go to our insides. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So what we're going to do in order to get this nose, the eyes, the open eyes, we're going to have to cut the face in half. Okay. So what I'm thinking what we should do is we'll start from here, work our way up around. Okay. And then we'll work on the bottom. We'll work on the bottom here. So that way we get this open space. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go from here to here. And then we're just going to start tracing here. Okay, and then from here, we're going to go across to this point here. And we're going to start going up. Okay, and then we're just going to hold that. And just like that. Let's go and assign that a color. Let's make that white so we don't lose our position. So let's click on here. And we're going to make that color number 4. Assign that to a color number 4. And then we're going to change that to white. Okay, hit enter. All right, and then let's go ahead and do the second part. So the second part here is going to be the bottom. Go from here, across, and we'll start here. Now I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm just trying to get everything as much as possible because this is also small. It's a patch. So I'm not trying to get into great detail. I'm just trying to get the needle to run consistently without as many stops. Because the more stops you give it with such small detail, it's going to make you're risking potential thread breaks. Okay, we're just about finished here. And then we're going to hover over that line right there. Let's just go up a little bit some and then close this off. Okay, and then we're going to hover over the last node and we should be good. All right, let's go ahead and assign that to color number 4. Okay, and then we're going to do the bottom part. We're going to get those teeth and the bottom here. Okay, let's go ahead and assign those boom skis. All right, let's go ahead and do the bottom part here. Hover over that, hit enter, and then we'll do the teeth. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to our pick tool, and then we'll click on this. We'll just highlight all this as much as we can. Go to number 4, and we are good. Okay, so it looks like we got the face. So all we need to do now is just hide it. So let's go ahead and click on here, and we're good. And then we'll go and fill in all the details on top here. Work our way from top to bottom. Okay. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to do the outside only. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. All right. Okay, and let's go ahead and assign that color number 3. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and go to these eyebrows. We're going to make those black. We'll go to the eyebrows, and we're just going to make these real quick. And we'll do these green. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our run tool here. So let's go ahead and go to our run stitch. And all I'm going to do is just go to a point here, point there, point there, point there, point there, point there. All right, we'll go from here, point, and we're going to make that red. Let's go ahead and go to, change that to number 3, I mean. Okay, this one to 3, and this one to 3. All right, and then let's go ahead and get rid of these jump stitches so it doesn't look all crazy and we're getting a little confused with ourselves. We're going to go to commands. We're going to go to start command, jump, end command, trim, hit apply. Okay. All right, let's go to our complex fill and let's fill in these eyelids. Okay, and we're going to make that number 3. And then the eye, we're going to connect this little ball with this white eye. Okay, we want it just one take. So we'll go here. We're going to make that white. So let's go ahead and assign that to number 4. Okay. All right, let's move on. Hit enter, and then we'll go ahead and make that red. Number 3, we're going to assign number 3. All right, let's go ahead and do the eyebrows. Eyelid, I mean. Okay, let's make that white. Assign color number 4. And this, we're going to make this red. So we're going to assign that to color number 3. And we are good. Okay. Let's go back down. Now we're going to do the nose. Close that off. All right. And then we're going to assign that to a black. So that's going to be color number 1. Hit enter. Okay. All right. Let's get this side. And then we're going to go into make that red. Number 3. All right. Now we'll just get the bottom here. Okay. And we're going to make that number 3. Assign color number 3. Good. All right. And then we'll do this little figure 8 thingamajig. I think we're going to leave that out. We'll leave that one out because it's just so small of a detail. All right. Now let's go and trim this stuff here. Let's click here. Right there. Let's go and go to our jump command. Jump and trim. Boom. Okay, same thing with this one. Let's go to jump and trim. All right. Now let's do this earring here. So let's go to use our steel. And we're just going to hold our control key so it gets the bends. And we're just going to go in the center of this. And the reason why I'm going in the center is you'll see right now. Okay. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it. And I'm just going to see where it says width. I'm going to change that to a 1. And then we're going to hit apply. You see that? That's why I did that. Okay. And let's go ahead and change that to color number 5. And we're going to make that some kind of peach. We'll do desert bloom for right now. Okay. And let's click our ellipse tool. We're going to make a circle here. All right, we'll bring this right there. And we're going to right click. We're going to convert that into a complex fill. And then we'll change that to color number 5. Click OK. All right, so for the bones, I'm not going to get all these little spaces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line here. And because, again, this image is so small, I don't want the needle to be stopping and going. Okay, it's 1. And we're going to make that white. Go to assign that to color number 4. Click OK. Go down. Same thing with this one. Start here. All right. Make that color number 4. Okay, and then let's go and get rid of that jump stitch right now so we can see what we're doing. And then these I'll go ahead and separate. Okay, so we can see the bones, at least some kind of detail. All right, and then we're going to go to here. We're going to connect these bones. Okay, let's click here. Let's remove that jump stitch. Okay, and we're going to connect these. Let's go and remove jump stitches, trim, click apply, and then we're going to assign that to color number 4. Okay, let's click here, 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 number 4, and then remove the jump stitch. All right, now let's go and work on the red here. Start here. And we're going to make that color number 3. All right, and I'm not going to get these little details here, just maybe this big one right there, and then we'll do this one right there. So let's go ahead and go to here. Okay, hit enter. And then we'll go on this side. We'll just probably do one of these. That's it. I'm not going to do any more. I'm not going to focus on all of them. All right. And then we'll go ahead and bring back in the face. Let's go ahead and bring the face back in. And okay, let's get rid of this jump stitch here. Go to trim. Okay, that looks cool. Look at that. Look at how crazy that looks. That looks good, I must say. That looks good. All right, one last jump stitch we're going to get rid of. Okay, go here, jump stitch, and trim. Oops. Trim. And that looks good, my friends. That looks totally dope skis. All right, and we are done here. And let's go ahead and go take this to the embroidery room. And I'll see you guys in the back. Check that out. So thanks again for watching. You all have a blessed week and a blessed day, and we'll see you guys back on my next video next week. And peace.